about that. Oh, he tucked back. He was... Oh, he tucked back. He was... I'm trying to see if you can hear me. Okay, I don't know what's going on my phone. Okay. I hear an echo. Just let me know if you can hear me, because I did put a mic on my camera. I'm only like 2 feet from my camera. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't even know where Gary went. Gary? We're live. I don't know if I got the camera right and not just looking at the camera. Oh, you can hear me good. The camera's only, I mean, it's still next to me, but I'm not on top of it. So I went ahead and put a mic on. There's Notch. I could zoom in. Oh, here comes the scrub jay. You can't really see the garden, but I want you to see Notch. He's been living here now for, I'm going to guess, roughly around 6 months. He's not sure, look. He knows I take pictures. There he is. I should zoom in on him a little bit more. I should lift it up so you can see more birds. I just got up a little bit ago. Has it, you got up at like 5. Was it raining a lot or no?
No, it's pretty much been like the way it is right now. It's kind of a drizzle virga type rain.
You know, I realize, I guess they could hear. This mic is on. The camera mic's not on. But it's still here. So, let me see. I'm going to try something else. I want to make sure they can hear all the birds. I'm sure they can hear the birds. I can't.
Yeah, people are saying they can hear all the birds.
Oh, good. I'm going to try one more thing. You got 2 mics. Might as well use them both.
Okay, good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Karen Bowers. Linda Hauser. Virginia Privatsky-Williams. Melody Hoffman. Tammy Christ. Sherry. LR. It's raining in Riverside. It hasn't quite got here yet.
Well, it's wet, so it must have been, it's had to be raining. I don't know if I should lift the camera up a little more. What can you not see? You can't see the swinging green bowl. If I move up, I don't think I'll bother the birds too much. Let me see if I can adjust my camera and watch. Everybody's going to leave. Just a little bit. It's okay, guys. It's just me. Just a little bit. There we go. Notch will be on the bottom. Oh, he's there. He's just at the... He's in the... What do you call it? Oh my gosh.
He's in the emu bush.
Is that the emu bush? I was thinking of the other one, not the salvia. I was thinking of salvia. But no, you're probably right. There's also sage down there.
Yeah, there's also sage
I've got
down
sage
there.
that I haven't moved yet. It's like, where is that sage? Oh, they're drinking out of my hamburger tray. You can barely see it. But they've got a bird in my hamburger tray. And then here come the doves. Oh, they're going to ruin everything. Come in sometime by the dozens and push everybody out. I don't see any spice finches yet.
And right now I can see white-crowned sparrows, house finches, mourning doves, and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't see any spice finches. There's a hummingbird, but I think he's out of range. He's flying around the flowers. And Notch won't come completely out. Look, it's just his head. It's so cute because sometimes yesterday he was running around eating from both sides of the bowl. Sherry was first to come on from Oregon along with Karen Bowers. She's got the wrench. So remember, if you see somebody, go ahead and throw them off. I mean, you know what I mean. If somebody gets... We don't have a lot of trolls.
No,
You've been
we
really
don't.
lucky on that. So you said hello to Linda and Virginia and Melody and Tammy. I figured I'd go for a few minutes so people know that Notch is real. Of course he won't come out of the bushes now. It's also wet, so it's kind of got a light mist to it. But you can see him, right? If you zoom in, let me see. No, you can't, Gary. Can you see him?
I can...
I can see him here. But
The orange bowl in the center of the
there he
screen,
comes.
you can see it moving a little bit. Well, he's sitting in the middle of that right now, but he's kind of tucked away under the plant. He's tamer than the other rabbits that we have around here, but he's not super tame that you could hand feed him or anything. He's still a wild animal, but he knows who we are, he recognizes us, and he stays a safe distance, but he does trust us.
He's what, 10, 12 feet from us right now.
Yeah.
But I can be outside and he's okay with that too. I'm just suspecting, I don't know at all, just a guess. I guess it's a he. Number one, because of the torn ear, might have been fighting with another young male rabbit, but that's just a guess. He was a baby and he had a torn ear. And the other thing is, I've seen him running around the rainbow garden with another one. So he seems to have paired up, and that one's a little smaller, a little more petite, and that's why I say female. I could be wrong, but that's just a guess. And he has brought her in here. Sometimes he brings her in.
Yeah.
But she won't come into the bird garden normally.
This is a rabbit-proof area.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he came in when he was really small. He must have squeezed through a gap, and then he figured out another way to get in and out. I suspect I know, or I think I know how he's getting, or where he's getting in, but I haven't blocked it because he's not causing a lot of trouble. It's when we have too many rabbits in the garden, that's, when it's time to sort of block them out.
They haven't done too much damage in here. I have been leaving periodically the gates open now, so if they want to come in. But when the gate is open, she has come in. But she won't go to the bowl. She stays behind the bowl. But you'll see her hopping around. That's why I think he's got a girlfriend.
Okay, we may not respond to everyone, but I think Andy Kay, the African boy, hello from Kenya, East Africa, he's worth saying hello to because he's travelling some distance to get here.
Through the waves. No, Andy K, hello. I know we're going to miss a lot. I just decided to come out here and have coffee and share Notch so you know he's real. That any footage I put up, like I've got a little short I might put up later of him yesterday running back and forth. I want you to know he's real and he hasn't disappeared. Will he disappear someday? He could. I hope not, but easy to spot with his ear. And he's got his favorite bowl. We did go and get him rabbit pellets. Oh, what was that? Something chased, just a few birds. So it must have been a towhee. That's a towhee. He chased the birds off. They can't see the towhee on the other side, see?
Yeah.
We did buy some rabbit pellets, but that was a bust. So I'm going to do something else with it. He doesn't want it. He actually pushes it over. So he just wants whatever he's decided he likes, and it must be the parakeet mix. He's not eating sunflower.
I think it's the parakeet mix.
He munches on it. All the bowls I went through yesterday, unless they're, except for the one he's eating out of, I made holes in them with my soldering iron. This way, if it does start to really rain, all the water will drain out, but the seed will be there. And they'll eat wet seed, they just won't eat it underwater. So that's all set up now for the rain.
And we do have some seed under cover.
Yes, yes. Oh, the dove just knocked the little bird. I think the white crown went up in the little red bowl to get something, and the dove knocked him off. Now the solar fountains won't be going right now. So what's going? Just 2 fountains that are electric. Those are the only 2 going. We have no sun. Slingshot, good morning from Virginia. It's 35 degrees. Cold. Oh, we've been getting down to about 47, 45 at night.
Yeah.
Oh, L. Rothweiler?
Yep.
Yeah, from did you already say hello from
No,
Pennsylvania?
I did not.
They always catch the replay. I know we don't usually go on this early. I haven't done anything yet. I've got a lot of stuff I've got to go do in the morning. But I thought, I'm going to see if Notch is, well, I don't have to see if he's here. He's here every morning, but I was thinking I might just go live for a few moments because it's raining and there's no sun glare. Not that there would be sun this early anyways. Not a glare. Everybody's so happy and peaceful. So the only thing you can't see is the new setup that I've got, the tote. That doesn't have holes. That doesn't have a cover either. Oh, if it rains later and you come back and you're here giving food, I'm talking to Gary. You might, if it's pouring, don't put it in the blue bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's no holes in that one. I don't want the tote to fill up with water. They'll have to eat out of the other bowls. Though it wouldn't really matter if rainwater got in there. Maybe I'll open it. I could open it. See, the art of today. Hey, Robbie, hope you're well. We're doing good. We're doing good. Hope you're doing good too. Eugene, Duarte, because of you, I'm becoming a smarter gardener and I get more hummers. Thank you much. Oh, how cute. Good. And try different things that I haven't even said. You may come up with better ways for yourself. Let's see. Let's see if I missed anybody. I'm sure I have. Tammy, Chris. She can hear. Sherry, LR, good morning. It's raining in Riverside. You said that. Linda Hernandez, morning all. Susan Brack, I can hear her. And birds. Sherry Ross, good morning. Darcy, good morning. I hear you. It's raining in Vacaville?
Vacaville? Where?
Vacaville?
I'm not sure where you...
I'm way up now. Grace in the garden. Hello, Grace in the garden. Yes, I can hear you because this is really early. I really rolled back. Debbie Hediger. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. If you're in California, what a beautiful sunrise. Oh, I didn't look, but sunset last night, the whole sky was red, too. Did you see that? I was looking out the kitchen window, and normally it would be just to the right, and it was like, remember last night the clouds were so light, yet it wasn't a full moon? Everything was light?
Yeah.
The sunset glowed on, she's right, glowed on the clouds last night, and that was interesting. Did I get Eugenia Duarte? Oh, wait, every time I do that, it wants to knock somebody off. Let's see what else. Slingshot, this is just an easy one. He won't come out all the way now. Look at that. Hey, Notch! Notch! What?
I'm not sure if he's used to the camera sitting there.
No, he's not. That's what I said. That's what I was a little worried about. Though it's where we sit, I usually hold the camera, and he doesn't mind.
Yeah.
I can hold it, I can zoom in, I can move around, but now I've got it on that big old tripod. And that's why I can't wait till my new one comes. I think it's going to be lighter and smaller and skinnier. So he's not sure what that is, because he keeps looking at it. Normally he runs back and forth, and he comes out. So I think we got everybody. So this is just, take your coffee, kick back, And if you want, enjoy the birds. If not, click off and go do your chores. This is what I try to do in the morning. Just get a cup of coffee and sit down here, at least for about 20 minutes. It's kind of quiet. No, where are the spice finches? Do you think they don't like flying in the rain a lot?
I don't know. There seems to be a pattern, and it changes. Usually the white-crowned sparrows come in first, then the spice finches after them. The past few days it's been the spice finches, then the white-crowns, and today I haven't seen any spice finches. So they must be feeding somewhere else.
They're going under shelter. You said it's going to rain really bad today?
Yeah, apparently this afternoon the storm's coming in.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I got to pull in. I don't think so. If I was smart, when we were fixing the back room, we moved all the totes out, and I've got a couple totes with soil in there, like potting soil and no drain holes. I should move those. Not potting soil, just soil I had. It's like an inch of soil where I was starting some seeds
Okay.
last year.
Yeah, have a good day, Debbie.
Oh, Debbie, have a wonderful day.
Debbie Hediger.
So I said, go get your stuff done. Robin, Mama, good morning from Pennsylvania. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, too. The arted today, I think I got them. Hi, Gary and Robbie. It's the arted today. My hummingbird feeders are being eaten still, even in the cold, but no hummingbird. Wait. My hummingbird feeders are being...
Emptied? Where are you looking?
I don't know. You know what spell correct does with your phone when you talk to it. My hummingbird feeders are being eaten still, even in the cold, but no hummingbirds in sight. I think eaten was supposed to be something else. It is raining, Gary.
Yeah, it's a light drizzle. It's picked up a little bit.
It is raining. He's still there. I could see the other one. If I get the other tripod, I could lower it even lower.
Okay, the spice finches are coming in now.
Oh, you see them? I
Yep.
have to zoom in on them. They're not going to be able to see them this small. Did that camera move? No, it didn't.
Yeah, they come in. They're in the lemon verbena right now. That gives them good cover, and then they sit in there and they check the place out, make sure it's safe, and then they move in. Okay, one's in a feeder now.
Which feeder?
The swinging feeder.
I don't know if they'll be able to see unless I zoom in. And if I move up, will I upset him? Oh, yeah. Just gonna move up very slowly. I'm gonna pull my stick out. That's the spice finches there. Notch is still there. Where is he on the bottom? There's Notch. And that's the spice finches. And they come in now by the dozens. Are they not cute? Oh my gosh. To think that they're in the pet stores for like $100 to $150 a piece. See what else you can see this way. Not too much. Is anybody down there? Nobody's there right now. That was the Toei was there before. I came on to show you Notch. And he's still hiding. Hey, Notch. You got the dove on the top. There's the dove. We got two doves. Not too many birds right now. They come in waves. That's the spice finches. You got Notch. I think we can leave it like that for right now. Gee, those geraniums are so pretty on the side. I want to get more. I want to do more cuttings off of them. They're so vibrant. Crybaby, sentimental homestead. Am I reading that right? Homestead. Good morning, Robbie. I'm tuning in from Washington State. Oh, how cute. Andy, Kay, the Africa boy. Hello, thanks. Yeah, I'm very far, but I feel as I'm there. Oh, is that cute? I love that. This is just such a nice place to sit in the morning and have coffee. We've pretty much got rid of the hawks because of all the wood that we put on the top and the branches I strap on. And now I've got rebar here. I'm putting up irrigation tubing in different areas. So that deters the hawks, and that works really, really well. Oh, the spice finches left. Notch, why don't you come out? It is raining. I'm not a fan of rain. We need the rain. I like warm and sunny. Go ahead, Gary, talk.
Yeah, I think with all the branches and that, the hawks have realised that they're not going to waste their time trying to come into the garden that much anymore, because they're not successful, so they'll be hunting somewhere else.
They try periodically.
Periodically.
Especially when they come to just hang around and look. Like you'll see them in the big tree in the back, you said. But they can't do their maneuver through good. By the time they try, the birds will all take off, and then the birds disappear for about 15-20 minutes, and then they come back again. Pilar, Francisco, Segal. Hi, Robbie and Gary. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I enjoy watching your garden with all the birds. For us here, the squirrels are all over the bird feeders. We have squirrels too, and they may come in right now. We have more ground squirrels than tree squirrels, though we do have a couple tree squirrels. I haven't noticed. Oh, they might be hibernating. Have you noticed any tree squirrels lately?
No, the tree squirrels or the fox squirrels are probably looking around for fruit.
Fruit, okay.
And there's nothing fruiting
It just
right now.
dawned on me, they're not in the front yard. They're usually in the pine tree throwing pine cones on my head. And I haven't seen them for a little bit. But they tend to stay on the bottom feeder. So where notch is, sometimes they knock notch out and they come under the brush to eat. They don't bother the hanging feeders. So it works out well here.
Yeah, they do eat the pine cones, but there mightn't be enough scattered
Well, there's no
around
pine
here.
cones, I don't think,
Yeah,
anymore.
I think they've fallen already.
So what would be oranges? Oh, oranges. Oh my gosh. I've got a video that is the cutest thing. I don't know where I've got it. He's sitting on top of one of your buildings and he's peeling the orange. All you see is his back and you see orange peels flying. Just flying as he's peeling it up and back and forth and from one side to the other. It's just sitting there peeling an orange. I gotta find that clip I got. That was too cute. I've got another one where he's dropping pine cone pieces on my head. Okay, I see. It is the spell correct. Fixing the words. I love how they think they're working really good for us. The art of today. So let's try to figure. So something is getting all of my food. See, it doesn't say food. From my hummingbird feeders. And it's cold here in Charleston, South Carolina. So I don't think it's hummingbirds. You may have woodpeckers if it's not leaking. If it's not swinging and leaking. And woodpeckers, people have told me, have gone to their hummingbird feeders and suck all that nectar out. We have woodpeckers here too, but they've never done that. I would love to see that. I would love it, but that maybe it's woodpeckers. What else would be taking the food?
It could be. I'm not sure what other birds.
I don't think at night a rat would go suck that out unless you've got an addict. What do we have? Oh, we've got house sparrows. We had a pair. He got addicted to the nectar.
Yeah.
Remember a little baby male, and then he would come every day and get the nectar out. And then he paired up and he had a mate and he taught her to come get nectar. And the two of them were drinking nectar, remember?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be a bird that's learnt that they can eat it. And that's what they have to do. They don't automatically come in and just eat everything. They have to be leery, and maybe something saw hummingbirds feeding from the hummingbird feeder, came in, tried it, and maybe they're coming back.
Yeah, but she hasn't seen anything. Susan Koster,
Yep.
she's from South Africa, and they're in the middle of a terrible heat wave. And the sun is still burning hot. Wow. I don't know if you're gardening or what you're doing there, but try to stay cool. So you're in a heat wave, and we're starting to cool down. Wow. Oh, Mona. Hello, Mona. Mona Griggs. Cry babies. Okay, I got you earlier. It's fall here. Fall and winter. Gee. It's fall here to next. Hold on. Today's the 20th. Is it tomorrow or the next day we go into winter? We're going to be winter.
I can't keep up.
I know, because in Australia it's different. It would be the first of the month. You do it different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually it's the 21st. Somebody's going to tell me when winter is.
The solstice.
Yeah, that's going to be any day. It's not still. Yeah, not just still there, just eating away. He won't come out because of the tripod. Tripod's about 8 feet from him, and he's like, I don't know what this is. It is raining. So now we just have doves, a couple white crowns. Oh, there's your, you can see them. The spice finch is in the green bowl that's swinging. It's made with 1/4-inch irrigation tubing. All the way, it's almost the middle, not quite to the left. And he's swinging on that, and that whole thing is made nothing more than, I use irrigation tubing, I've got videos on that, for holding up my plants, and I'm doing it everywhere. A 1/4-inch, not 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is for trellising, 1/4 inch is for ties. You can untie it, move it. They're like the bendy wires you buy, but they cost you pennies to make. Well, I made that feeder, and it swings. They love that, and he's up there. So they're starting to come back in.
Okay, there's a few people coming in saying tomorrow starts winter. Tammy Chris,
So it's tomorrow.
Slingshot, Mona Griggs.
Okay, thank you. Good. That's good. I'm actually looking very much forward to that. Why? Because I want the sun to go back up in the sky.
Oh yeah,
That's the
tomorrow.
only reason. Tomorrow will be the lowest. It'll be dark early. If we're raining, I don't know if it'll be raining. It'll be really dark, and then the sun starts to rise in the sky. We start to gain like 2 minutes of sunlight.
Tomorrow starts the flip. The days are going to
That
get
should make
longer.
that should make you happy.
Yeah.
Because you can't stand when we change the clocks and it gets dark so early. I told them once, so you don't change the clocks anymore. You just keep track if there's someplace you have to be. Otherwise, you don't change the clocks. Yeah, it's very peaceful, very quiet. And Notch is still there, but he won't come out. Look, he's just not going to come out. How funny. I'll have to catch. If I keep doing this off and on, he'll get used to it. And the talking's not a problem because I talk to him all the time, so he knows my voice. So this way I know he won't run away if I start talking. But it's the my voice is dry. It's the tripod. Let's see if I can move up with that. Right there. Okay, now we tucked back in. Okay, let's see what else I can do here. Now, okay, this is why I need a better tripod, because this isn't going to work. Okay, I'm going to mess things up. Now you can't see the green bowl. How about that? Let's see, go this way. Then see, we've got the wool here, so that doesn't work. Because I'm sitting right in the door, because I am not going to sit out in the rain. I think that's about as good as I can get. He tucked back. Once he eats a bunch, he'll leave. He sits here. He sits every morning for about an hour. Oh, there he goes. He just left. He's gone. He's gone. We can go on with our day. He comes in here. He sits for about a half hour or so to an hour. Eats. Once he's full, he leaves. So what else do you have to say, Gary?
Let's see. Karen Bowers is leaving. So.
Karen's. My wrench is leaving. Thank you, Karen. Thank you very much. You have a great day. We're going to leave in a second, too. Maybe I'll try this more often, and then he'll get used to it, and maybe we'll get used to it, too.
And Susan Costa's a new gardener. If you want to respond to that.
Susan, okay, I didn't read that. Say, hi, Robbie, I'm a new gardener. Since I found your channel, I'm using your method. Oh, I just saw the doves take off. And I'm using your method on container gardening, your tips with tulle. Oh, the tulle. Thank you for saying tulle. And making shade for my small garden is working like a charm.
Yeah, she's in
South Africa. And she can cover it with tulle. She can put a flag or some fabric on top of the tulle if it's really hot. I do that with my lettuce. Wonderful. I'm glad she said tulle. Every day I've been wanting to do a quick clip on the, well, for her it probably won't work, because I found another place where the tulle is real cheap, and honest to goodness, I have not opened the package. And I used to get the tulle. I have the links underneath. They used to sell them for like $10, and it's like 54 inches wide, 40 yards. That's right, 54 inches wide, 40 yards long. They raised their price. It's not their fault. It's the shipping is so expensive. To $15 a roll. And then the more rolls you buy, or the more, they come on cards, the price goes down. But I found another company that is $10. They don't have the green I usually buy, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to see if I can get that clip together in the next day or two, because I'm anxious to open it up, because if it's good, I want to buy more. And I want to see if it's the same quality. My guess, before I open it, is it is, because I'm going to presume that they're all being made at the same factory, and then all these different companies are buying it. So I'm so glad she said that, because I totally forgot. The package is sitting on that desk. I'll see if I can get to that today so we can compare it, and we'll know for spring, because I've got a lot of stuff I'm using tulle for. It saves my garden, and it's so cheap. Everybody used to buy bird netting, and you can get it at the 99-cent stores. But the bird netting, the holes are too big, and if a bird comes by and puts its foot in there, it's actually like a bird trap. That's how they net a lot of birds in some country. They get their little foot stuck in the netting, and then they can't get it out. With tulle, there's no problem. They just can get their nails in it, but it comes right out. So thank you for saying tulle. Hi, Barbara C. Good morning. She's doing morning chores. That's what we're going to have to go do. I'm sure Zoe and Jack are waiting to be fed, and I'm not fed them yet. Thanks for sending the rain over to Tucson. Oh, you got rain? They've got rain there too? It's good. Perfect.
It's good.
Josephine McConnell, how would you say that?
Let's see. McConnell.
Let's see. Okay, she said goodbye to Karen and Merry Christmas. So now I could do something on tulle. But I'm so glad you're gardening and it's working out for you, Susan. Perfect. Connie Davison's here. Connie. I don't know if I can do it from here. I'm going to try something. No. Go to channel, pin, report, remove. Oh, no, don't remove. I can't do it from here. It has to be done from the phone. I can't do it from my tablet. Hello, Connie. Oh, the ginger cookies. They're almost gone. I'm going to go ahead and make almond cookies. I made candy yesterday. Our candy. And Gary's been eating it. I made it for a video. I don't know. I think it's too long. I'm looking at it. And it was like, oh, come on. How do I do these videos so long? And I don't know if it's worth putting up. But you liked it. You've been eating it all morning. You can't eat candy in the morning.
I ate one piece. I didn't eat it.
You only ate one?
Yeah.
And then how many last night? I saw you eating it.
No, I ate one last night.
It is full of nuts. It looks like it's a round candy bar, but the thing is it's so full of nuts and coconut. You're getting really less sugar because you're eating more nuts. It came out really good. Okay, Anna Gray's got the Gila?
Gila.
Oh, they call it Gila?
Yep.
Okay, Gila woodpeckers here in Arizona, and they drink from the hummingbird feeders. None of ours have ever tried it. That's really cool. I think that would be really something to see. Everybody's gone. Okay, now we're wasting everybody's time. Now everybody's gone. They all took off because it is raining. Carol, 3, 2, 5, 4, 7. It's freezing in Florida. The Panhandle. Hello. Okay, I just want to see if I got everybody, and then I think I'm gonna end this because I do have to go feed the dogs. I'm moving my tripod, so you're gonna see my camera move in a minute. Move over. I want to try something. Hold on. Okay, how do I see things? Okay. Maryland. Okay, Gina's from Maryland. Hello. I can't do anything, Gary. What am I doing wrong? I didn't mean to delete you, Connie. Oh my gosh. Connie, what I'm trying to do is throw you a wrench, and I think there you go. Add a moderator. Did I add it to the right one? Hold on. Did I give Connie a wrench, or did I just delete her off? Somebody got a wrench. Connie got a wrench. Okay, Connie, that is so bizarre. It wasn't there, and then I took off your message. Connie, you have a wrench. Don't worry, Barbara's got a wrench too. There's a few wrenches out there. All you have to do, if you want, you don't have to do anything at all, you can ignore it, is that if I'm ever on live, or like now, of course, and you see a troll, they come in and say a lot of really nasty things. Just delete it. You have the power to delete it. You have, what else do they have the power to do? Time out? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
Time out.
So I know it took your comment off, but it wasn't supposed to do that. So now you got a wrench. That's all. And like I said, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go out there and tell everybody, hey, give a thumbs up. If you want, you can do anything you want, but I'm just letting you know. Because I remember when I gave Barbara one, she said, what do I do? You don't have to do anything. You can do what you want. So I could step out in the rain for a minute before I say goodbye. Because you've got things to do too, don't you?
Yeah, I've got things
What's
to do.
What's today, Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. They already picked up the trash. Everything's wet. So there's the garden. Let me zoom in. Am I zoomed out? No, I am zoomed out. But it is raining. Gee, the sky is light. Oh, there's the space finches. They're coming in. Look, look. See, that's the lemon verbena. Can you see that? That's the space finches coming in. And they don't even care I'm standing here. Oh, a whole bunch of them are coming in. Is that not too cute? Look at them. Okay, they say she's standing up. Is that not too cute? See if I can zoom in. I'm holding this thing now. Notch is gone. Notch left. And that's normal. That's what he does. He comes in here and eats. Gee, my voice gets dry easy. Oh, I see blue sky. Yeah. He comes in here and eats, and then he takes off. And he's got an opening somewhere, and he can't get through the gate because Gary blocked it, so he's got a hole somewhere. I'm going to step back for a minute. I want a cup of coffee. I want my coffee. My throat gets dry so often, probably because I talk too much. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a wet week until Christmas, like as Barbara C. pointed out.
Till Christmas? I read my phone. It told me it was only going to rain until Friday, and then I was going to have a nice sunny weekend. But of course, it lies a lot of time. Nobody, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, this I get excited about. So how many spice finches can you fit in the little bowl? Look at Gary, your spice finches right now. Oh, I was just gonna get off. There's what, a couple dozen? They're all over the place. I know, I'm holding it so it's moving around a lot. They're still in the lemon verbena. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, something scared them off a little. No, they're still here. Yeah, now they're in all the bowls. You're gonna have to talk because I can't read and do this. Look at that. I don't want anybody in my yard. No, you know what the thing is? Here is the thing. The legality of them is they're not native. So in certain areas, people can trap them and sell them. That's why I don't want anybody in my yard. No traps, no nothing. And they're worth a pretty penny. So I see right now the top bowl, oh, something scared them off. The top bowl had about 5, then there was 5 or 6 in the other bowl. They're not far. They didn't go far. They're so tame, they'll come in when I'm sitting right on top of them. Look at that. So we've got in the red bowl. Oh my gosh. Barbara, you raise finches, does Barbara raise finches? Barbara raise
zebras at least.
zebra
I know
finches,
that.
okay. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. I don't see any pintails in with them today, do you?
No, I haven't seen any.
Oh, look at the bottom, look at the bottom. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. Got a bowl full there. And you've got them up there. So you've got at least... Gary, can you count them? They're all over the ground, too.
Yeah, I can't count them.
I can't
There's too
count
many.
this many.
There's 2.
Oh, something scared them off. Wasn't me. Could have been a dove. The doves fly in here. Scrub jay flies in here, and they all take off. Oh my gosh, I would say there was about 30 of them. And so that's why a lot of people like starlings. I know people, well, I guess I know them, but people that have trapped them and they sell them for $100 a piece because they're not native. I just can't believe that we've got so many of them here. They've bred heavily here. They're coming back in, see? And they're worth quite a penny. And I just love the idea that I can raise finches and not have to take care of them, cage them.
Yeah, but we're still feeding them.
That's right.
So we still have the cost of food.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
have.
but we don't have to build an aviary and keep track of them.
But they can come and go as they please. So it's an interesting thing to have.
It is fascinating because what do we have? We used to have. I keep zooming in and out, so I'm shaking the camera. Okay, she has. Let me see. Wait, Barbara. See. Oh, don't do that. I'm gonna knock her off. What did Barbara write? Because if I touch
she's got zebra finches. She's got approximately 50 happy finches in a large flight cage.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is nice.
And she'll have a lot of different mutations, I imagine.
Wow, there's so many colors in the zebra finches. Oh, they all left. No, they're still in the lemon verbena. I see them.
And Eugenia was asking about the plants in the center.
The center.
Yeah.
We've got Hummingbird's Lunch, which is a kufia.
Yep.
And I'm really bad with Latin names. And then we've got the, well, you can answer too.
The emu bush, or Aromophila.
And that's the yellow flower one there?
Yep.
Okay. Because this one I think is the pink flower, and it grows up like it's kind of sprawly all over. It goes straight up, and that one grows like a bush. Then we've got a red salvia. I don't know the name of it. But it's red flowers. Look at this. See if I can lower myself down to their level. Is that not something? Oh my gosh. Where are they from, Gary? You know everything about
Originally,
finches.
they're from Southeast Asia. They've been introduced to Puerto Rico and Hawaii. Where the original birds came from, I'm not sure. The pintail whydah, they're like a, the best description if you're not a bird person, they're kind of like a cuckoo. They'll lay their eggs in their nest, but unlike the cuckoo, the spice finches will raise the pintailed whydahs, and the pintailed whydahs won't bother the young spice finches. Now, I'm looking in there, I'm thinking I'm seeing a young pintail. Right, it's to the left.
It's to the left.
I don't know if there's a
I'm
young...
trying to hold this. I'm bending down on the ground.
There's a young spice finch there.
Oh, you know, there might be...
And if you look at the one that's got white down the front, I think that's a young pintail.
Hold on, you have one white crown in there too.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
It's to the left. It's got its head facing.
Oh, in the back.
In the back.
Yes,
Yep.
that is a pintail. You can see the dark on the eyes.
Yep. It's
But
got it.
it's really hard for me to hold this and not move it up and down because it's awkward.
Pintail. I suspect they originated from Puerto Rico because pintails have been introduced to Puerto Rico.
Okay, if I try to get up, I'm going to scare them away because I'm in an odd position. Didn't even know I can get into this position at my age.
The pintail whydahs originate in southern Africa,
Okay, he just went in the middle. I see the pintail.
but they've been introduced to Puerto Rico.
I can't even count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Gary, there's about 17 in that bowl, and I don't think I've ever seen that many. Oh my God, it must be the rain's going to bring him in. We buy finch mix now for them. I also get spray millet, but they don't get a lot of that. That's expensive. We buy a big box of that. The finch mix, you can answer how much that is. You bought 2 big 50-pound bags.
Yes.
I really wish I could get this on the ground, but if I move too much, because I'm just too close to them.
Okay.
I've got,
Cat Mac
and
has
they're in the top.
peach-faced lovebirds, wild flocks of them.
Oh, wow.
I suspect, I'm just going to guess that she might be in Phoenix because I believe they've been introduced to Phoenix.
See, something scared them off. Good. Maybe I can move this.
There are also wild flocks of peach face in Melbourne, in Australia.
Sorry about this. I'm trying to extend my sorry stick, so if I have to lean on it, I don't have to hold it. Okay. That's a little, well, it could be better or worse. I don't know. Okay, they all took off. No, they're still on. Look at this. Hold on. Isn't that beautiful, that flower, the one that came up? That's called an Indian blanket. It's got a lot of flowers on it. I want to collect the seeds from it. They're in there. They're in the lemon verbena. They'll come back. That is just, there's one already back. So you've got one, see, they're in Phoenix.
Yep.
We don't have any lovebirds around here. We've got white canary wings that are in the area, not this many. That's the Brodigaris, so I know that's not the lovebird. Have you ever seen lovebirds around here?
No, I haven't.
That's interesting. I know a lot of people do have lovebirds. We don't have any Quakers around here anymore. Years ago, there was a lot of Quakers in Sunland.
And we have
I don't even want to
Amazons.
say what the government did to those. They sent out a team to blow them out of the sky. That was many, many years ago because of their nest that they built. But Chicago's got Quakers. Go ahead, Gary. See, what we're sitting in is I've got these 2 sliding glass doors, and I can sit right inside and build the garden almost to it. My dream, it's not a dream anymore, was to get rid of this center. But then it would cost a fortune to try to put a new beam in here, so I can live with it. But I still can open the doors. I wanted to get the foldable doors, but I read they have a lot of issues, so I'm just going to deal with this. Plus in the summer I'll sit outside more anyways. I see Anna Gray says the lovebirds are fun to see here in Arizona. What's my coffee? Go ahead, Gary.
No, I could imagine watching them come in their flocks,
What, the lovebirds?
the lovebirds.
Wow. He's a noisy little one. That's a white crown up there.
Yeah, there's a couple of parrot species.
Oh, and then there's a towhee on the bottom. Go ahead.
There's a couple of parrot species that build their own nest. Lovebirds are one of them. So I could imagine that if they find they could probably build in a lot of different places if they can just find a spot to build a nest.
What, the lovebirds?
Lovebirds, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be shredding palm leaves everywhere. All they need is some sort of leaf like that. I hope this year, with the amount of spice finches we have, that we can find their nest. Now we've got them back in the lemon verbena. I think there's one sitting up there. We've got a white crown and then another bird. Boy, I was just going to click off. I have never seen that many come in one bowl. They were in all the bowls.
Yeah. I think there's a young pintail in that center. Yeah, there is a young pintail
there he is.
They go out of colour. The male has a breeding. Oh, there's a spotted towhee in the
Don't
feeder
talk
too.
because they're shy. Yeah, they're really shy. They're better than they were. You never saw spotted towhees before. They used to hide in the bushes. Now they'll come out quickly. Go ahead. You were talking about the pintails.
Hopefully we'll see a male pintail this year in full breeding plumage come into the feeder, because they've got a really long tail. There's something, if you don't know what they look like, it's worth looking them up, because they've got this really long tail.
Okay, you've got babies in there. It's very blurry. I can't get it to come in any clearer. I'm trying to see if they're baby spice finches or if one of them, no, the one to, how many pintails are in there? 2?
There's 2 baby pintails and 1 young spice, at least 1 spice.
And you think they don't color up until their 2nd year?
Yeah, I think they don't colour up until their 2nd year.
Look. Let me see if I can get up really quick. Nope, he left. It's spotted
I'd
towhee
have to
keeps
look
coming.
that up again. I used to know, but that's...
I don't know. I know parrots over finches, so I can't remember. I know that they are coloring up because I can see them start to color up. Let's see. Kate Max got the purple house finches. Birdie finches.
Birdie finches, okay.
You know, here comes a raven, and he might, I don't think you can see him. Sometimes the ravens chase him off, and sometimes they don't care. Oh, that is just too cool. Look at that. I got a little towhee down here, where Notch was. Let's see. Oh, he did. No, he's still there. That's just a regular. I don't know if they call them California towhees, but that's just a plain towhee. But this is exciting. So the spice finches right now are raising the pintails. You told them the story that, well, they already know probably. Pintails do not raise their own babies. Did you tell them that?
They're parasitic, but they're not, and they don't have a negative impact on their host.
I can't remember what that other one's called, a catbird or something?
Cowbird?
Cowbird, that's right. And that's the one that lays their egg in a nest, and then when they hatch, they either kill all the babies or they remove all the other eggs. This is nothing like this. They actually will raise the baby pintails with their babies. So you'll see they'll come in, sometimes they have 4, 5, 6 babies. They'll raise the baby pintail with their spice finch babies, and nobody's hurt. Everybody's is happy. The only differences we've noticed, and I think you knew that, was the spice finches wean, which means they start to eat much quicker on their own, where the pintails take a little bit longer. So you'll see mom and dad still feeding 1 or 2 pintails, because they only lay 1 or 2 eggs in a nest, the original female, and they'll be staying with the parents longer. And you can see they're frustrated. They don't want to feed them, and they're screaming and screaming in their ear. They put their beak in the mom's ear or dad's ear and scream as loud as they can. It's so funny. Go ahead, Gary, because you're the one that knows more about finches.
It's interesting that their natural host, pintail whitehs, come from Africa, southern Africa, and their natural host species would be a waxbill. Spice finches come from Southeast Asia, so originally they would never have seen each other, but the pintails have figured out, since they don't have any waxbills to lay their eggs in, that they can lay their eggs in spice finch nests, and the spice finches will raise their young.
Okay, I have a question for you, because you're the expert when it comes to finches. What is the exact nest that a spice finch creates? It makes the little basket?
Yeah, it's a dome nest.
Okay. Is the pintail, since they don't build a nest at all, looking for that dome nest?
Yeah,
Or are they looking for a certain size bird?
They'll be looking for the dome nest.
Is it possible that they lay their eggs occasionally in bush tit nests? We know a bush tit will not feed them. They're insect eaters. So if they hatch the babies, they would never live. Is it possible they would try that?
I'm going to say probably not, because the shape of a bush tit's nest is different. It's sort of,
So the spice finch is looking. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. The pintail female is looking for a certain shaped nest.
yeah,
Because it can't be looking for the bird, because they're going to lay when the bird is not there, though they could spy on them and hang out and wait. I don't know if they're going to take that much time. So they're looking. Wow. I mean, that's a boy, that'd be an article, right? You've never written an article on
No,
that.
I've never
That
written.
means their background, their brain from history going all the way back to their ancestors are looking for a certain shaped nest, and they have no idea what they're looking for. Being born here in the United States, out of their country, they're still looking for a certain shaped nest.
yeah, because in Africa,
Wow.
the weaver nests are
So there hasn't been a paper written on that.
the weaver nests in Africa are similar shaped to a bush tit's nest. The opening is generally at the bottom on most of the weavers.
Hold on, I was looking at a raven.
So they would have to fly up and into the nest.
Who flies up into the nest?
A,
Bush tit?
a weaver nest in Africa, the opening in most of the weavers' nests are at the base, and they have to go up to get in, like a bush tit.
And that's where they normally lay their
No,
eggs?
they would.
They would not.
They would not.
Okay, and where's the opening in the spice finch nest?
On the front.
So's a bush tit.
The bush tit, if
I've
you
got
look at
photos
it, it's more. They kind of have to go up a little bit from the bottom. It's kind of towards the bottom.
Yeah, because if they ever laid in a bush tit, the babies would never get fed.
No, they wouldn't be fed the
They
right.
would, yeah, they would die
nutrients
right away
either.
because they'd be stuffed full of insects and they would never get anywhere. Without doing full research, there's more there. No, that's a white crown coming in there. Wow. I never thought about that. They're not looking for the bird, they're looking for a nest.
Yeah, they're looking
There's
for
a
the.
good paper to write.
Yeah, there is. That is a good.
That is
paper
a
to write.
good paper to write. You could still do that.
I could still do that. Yeah.
You should write that. That is something, because I never, we're talking among ourselves now. Now we're really boring everybody. They're not looking for a bird at all.
No, they're looking for a specific. You're right. They're looking for a specific shaped nest that they recognise, and that would go back to nature versus nurture. So it would be nature for them to look for it, not something that they've learnt.
You know, this is an article
Yeah, it is an article.
just observing them in the wild. Oh, if I was still writing, I would write an article on that. That is something I never thought about. Just never crossed my mind until just now when we started talking. That's why I love talking to people. Doesn't mean I'm going to take their advice or anything, but sometimes it makes you think. And I never thought about that. Wow, in all my years working with animals, that the wild, wherever they came from, it doesn't matter if they escaped from quarantine. Well, they wouldn't be escaped from quarantine. It's very little quarantine right now of birds, but from an aviary, that a pintail is actually looking for a specific nest and not a bird. Wow. You don't find that fascinating?
No, I find it fascinating.
I'm not reading anybody's
It
comments
just occurred to me.
because I'm just holding this.
Kate Mack in Phoenix
I'm going to move this.
also has towies,
This
thrushes,
is
nighthawks,
make-
kestrels.
That's my makeshift thing now. Let me put this in here.
Yeah, we've got.
Wow. I'm actually at awe on that. Everybody left. Let me see if there's any questions. That I'm in awe on that, because I never thought about how I would think they were kind of spying on birds and following birds around and following them back to their nest. But now I realize they may never see the birds. And that's why I was trying to analyze the birds we've got here. What about weavers?
No, they would have done it in Africa, and they don't do it in Africa.
They're, okay, so you've got the weavers in Africa, and the spice finches are from Africa.
Spice finches are Southeast Asia.
Okay, then but then where are the
Waxbills, the different waxbills.
Where are the pintails from?
Southern Africa.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. They don't. Okay, so that's what I meant. I didn't explain myself. So you're telling me pintails do not lay their eggs in any of the weaver nests?
No, not to my knowledge. I mean, nothing that I've ever seen anywhere that they would.
And the weavers are there.
The weavers are there.
I've seen their nests. I had a weaver.
They're living side by side with the weavers.
And they never use the weaver nest
No,
to lay their
in
eggs.
fact, they're more closely related genetically to weavers than they are to their host species.
And who's their host in?
The different waxbills.
Name me one. Cordon bleus?
St. Helena's is a common one. Orange cheek waxbills.
Orange cheeks don't lay their eggs,
Yep.
but they're so tiny.
Yep, they're so tiny. So their natural host is
I never studied finches. I only had finches for a while. So
their natural host is much smaller than a spice finch.
I was going to say they're almost half the size.
Yeah, less
So
than
they're
half
laying
the
in
size.
cordon bleus?
That not as common as orange cheeks.
If you had
and
orange
Saint
cheeks
Helena.
in an aviary, they're going to lay their eggs in an orange cheek. And they weave a nest?
They build a nest.
Not in a nest box.
Not in a nest box.
So that's when you get the baskets when you have them. No?
Yes.
Because I was going to say they breed in captivity. The orange chins? Is that what you're saying?
Orange cheeks.
Orange cheeks go to nest in a basket, right?
Yeah, they're less likely to go into a basket than in brush. So they're more likely to build their own nest than use a man-made nest.
And they're not looking for a bird?
I realise
They're looking
now
for a
they're
nest.
looking. That's how they were able to. I can see that's how they were able to adapt to a different host species so readily, because they've done it in Puerto Rico, and now we know they've done it here.
So you've got the pintail whydas that are from Africa.
Yeah.
Finding a bird from South America.
Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia. And they figured out that they can live in the United States or live here in Southern California.
Yeah, I'm starting to get wonky here, but spice finches and waxbills are estrilded. That's their family. So they're in a different family to house finches or pintails or weavers or sparrows.
So any of the pintail whydas that have ever escaped over the years would never have survived if spice finches didn't make it in first.
Correct.
There would be no pintail whydas. So whatever escaped from an aviary or whatever that would have been the end of them. Once they're done,
Yeah,
they're done.
If there was no spice finches here, there would be no pintailed whydas.
Oh my gosh. So now, because we've come in and fed them to the point where they have more than enough food, they built their numbers to unreal numbers.
Yep.
You could end up with a ton of pintail whydas.
Without our help, and just by the spice finches being so adaptable, they've established themselves worldwide. They're in Australia, they're in Puerto Rico.
Wild. Okay.
Wild. They're in Hawaii.
There's a lot of stuff in Puerto Rico.
They've been able to adapt to different environments.
Spice finches.
Spice finches. And somehow pintailed whydas got loose, and they found a host species somewhere to lay their eggs, because pintailed whydas don't build their own nest, they don't take care of their babies, they foster them under another species.
They don't pair, really, do they?
They don't pair.
So the male just breeds with the female like a hummingbird.
Yep.
There's no pairing on them at all. Have you ever had pintails?
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah, because I think I did, but never bred them. Okay, this goes back, I can't remember, 40 years ago. All right, so, oh my gosh, it's just unreal that the few that I'm thinking, because pintail whydas are so expensive. Weren't they really expensive?
Yes.
So for somebody to lose them, they would have been sitting and crying at home if they lost their pintails. So to lose a couple, literally, it would be just a few. And for those females to find spice finches is absolutely, it blows my mind. Because they had to find them. They had to be in the same area, too.
Yeah, correct.
Wow. Wow. And now we know we've got dozens and dozens and dozens of spice finches that come in. And we've had quite a few pintail whydas
Yes.
this year.
This year we've had a lot.
It seems like each nest that's come in here, the parents feeding the babies, there's been 1 or 2 babies with them. Oh my gosh. That's
Okay.
amazing.
Kate, Mac.
Sorry about all this.
Yeah, we kind of went off on a
We
side.
went off on the side and we ignored everybody because I got fascinated with this information. Sorry about that. Kate Mac, starling occupied.
Gila woodpecker vacated
Oh, the
nest
nest.
in
They take.
saguaro cactus.
That's interesting. Tin
So-
Man, hey Robbie, we got it good here in the main. Oh, it's raining and oh, I heard back there you guys are going to get a lot of rain. So many people without power. The rivers are up. I didn't do anything, did I?
No, Tin Man retracted
Okay, because I
the comment.
touched it and I thought I deleted it. Let's see, Connie, I thought of this with all the birds feeding together, sing a song. A sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. Okay, there's been a couple. Did I retract something? No, not me. Okay, good. Let's see, Carol, Finches here, also bald eagles and osprey, pelicans. Lots of fun to watch. So Carol's got a lot of beautiful birds. Let's see, Barbara C, LOL, Tennessee Nanas? Okay, she's talking to somebody else. All right. Lovebirds are loud. Lovebirds are loud. I will admit that. They are very loud. I like lovebirds, though. Let's see, Michelle W. Good morning from Jemez, mountains, New Mexico. Your weather is heading here as snow.
Say hi, Max.
I'm loving the assortment of birds passing through. Missing my small garden. Any ideas?
I don't. In New Mexico, you could probably, well, you could definitely do microgreens this time of the year. That would get you something.
Now, are we talking about gardening or are we talking about birds? Because she's, your weather is heading here in the snow. I'm loving the assortment of birds passing through. Missing my small garden. You know, I didn't do a video because I thought it would be a waste of time. I'm growing on my windowsill. I can't believe I've never done this until this year. My whole windowsill is covered in mushroom plant, which is, that's the problem. It's hard to find. It took me forever to get some mushroom plant. And I've been cutting them off, using them in our fried eggs or food, sticking the stems back in another pot. And I've got a windowsill full of those plants, and they grow beautiful in the house. And that's a real tasty plant. And they call them mushroom plants because the leaves do taste like mushrooms. You can use them raw or cooked.
If I've got a south-facing window, there'd be a few things that they could probably grow in that.
They could start walking onions. People do microgreens, and then you just cut them and use them that way. Lettuce, but lettuce really likes being outside. It gets too damp in the house, so it doesn't grow as good. I've got peppers growing in my windows, but you can't eat that now. Beautiful pepper plants. I hear the spotted towhee. Now we've got other birds. Now the ones coming in are all basically white crowns. I hear a spotted towhee out there. Let's see, what do you call it? Spice finches already took off. They'll come back. They come in waves like that. They're in big groups. Do spice finches stay in groups when they're not breeding? Or separate?
They stay in smaller groups. They'll breed in sort of colony type situations, yeah.
See, that's the singing is a spotted towhee. If I don't move too much, he'll come in. I know. You know, we've been on an hour and we said we're going to do this for 10 minutes. Let's see, I'm trying to see. Look through and see if there's anything to answer because we're going to call it. I got to go feed the dogs and get stuff done. Go back to work. Let's see. Lady Cat, good morning, sweet lady. And her sweet husband. I'm just above the Burbank Airport. Where you live, used to live. Yes, right, gosh. Yeah, I lived in Sunland, so I know that area well. Let's see. Did you live near, how would you, A-L-L, how would you pronounce that? I don't know that street.
Looking for
Stonehurst, I know. Oh, look at all those birds.
Allegheny?
Allegheny? I don't think Allegheny. No, I lived in Sunland, and for 15 years, I lived in Sunland, off Sunland Boulevard. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I'm not going to say exactly what street I lived in on, but my street did have a signal. So I lived there for 15 years, and then I moved and lived for 3 years in Shadow Hills. And I really liked Shadow Hills. I really enjoyed Sunland and Shadow Hills. A small town. Boy, can I tell you a story on that? We're not going to do that now, but the houses you could buy there in Sunland, that is something to talk about. I actually had to go look at a house that was for sale on a decent sized little lot for $10,000. Needed a lot of work. I wanted it so bad, but for circumstances that I don't want to talk about, did not buy it. My house in Sunland it was a lot of money. That was the first house I ever got, but it was $19,500. That's how much my house cost there. And no, a lot of money. It was at the time. It was. Nobody wanted to live in Sunland. Sunland was the last part of the San Fernando Valley, and everybody wanted to go. First, everybody was running to North Hollywood, Van Nuys, started to spread out, and they were moving more into Reseda. Then Northridge became really expensive. You probably know that. Chatsworth, everything. But the Sunland to Huggett area, kind of like the lost part of the valley, and I thought it was really cool. You had horses out there, you had everybody out there, you had there's a garden center out there still there that does succulents and water plants.
Yeah.
And but I know the airport because the airport was only, I would say, 15 minutes from my house, and then you had Glen Oaks Speed out there. So now I've kind of gone on another tangent. Yeah. Red chard grows well. Oh, red chard. Barbara C's telling her, red Swiss chard grows well in winter in Tucson.
Yeah.
Very good.
Swiss chard is really good because it can handle a lot of heat and it can handle the cold. So it does well in a lot of different weather conditions. So in New Mexico, if you can get that started, it should do well for you in the heat as well as the cold weather that you're getting now.
Well, what's growing here now in the cold is all the brassicas are growing. But the problem is, if you're talking about growing them outside, you really want them established before the winter kicks in. But all the brassicas are doing good. I do have lettuce still coming up from seed outside. I've got Swiss chard coming up. And I do have some different collards coming up. Regular collared. I've got some brassicas that are hybridized with different things coming up. So it depends on if you're planning on growing in a window or growing outside. Anyways, I did go off on the side, didn't I, on that? Let's see. So somebody, I think Kate Mack is talking, she gave them safe passage and they left their wake. A thought of mine. Josephine, hi Robbie and Gary. I always enjoy your live videos. Have a wonderful day and Merry Christmas. You too, thank you very much. I know I've missed a lot. Pat L, hello, thumbs up. Good morning from Texas. Let's see. Texas is due rain Thursday to Monday. See, I read on my phone that this was going to end and we were going to have a sunny Saturday and Sunday, but that doesn't mean anything, so. Let's see. Lovebirds are fun. I'm going back now. I think I've gone back too far. If I missed anybody, hello, Michelle W. I think I got you earlier. I did. I just don't want to miss anybody. So I think I've got you all. I love the sound of the birds. So my 10 minutes, oh my gosh, someday I'm going to come on for 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer on my phone, and it's just going to shut off. I can't do that. I wish I could. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay, I see a spice finch out there. He's swinging in the big red bowl, but not the numbers we got to see. That was unreal 15 minutes ago. The spice finch, I'm not zooming in right now on the swinging bowl. That's the thing I made from the Dollar Tree. It's got a wire, what would you call it? The chain that holds the flower pot. And then the underneath, I don't know what that thing was for. It was in the stationery section at Dollar Tree. And I hooked that on, I think it was panels, wire panels. And then I just put one of their Dollar Tree bowls on top, one of the chip and dips, right smack in the middle. That's worked real good. There was a spice finch in there, and that was a baby. No color at all, just plain brown. And so those are the last of the babies. I will have to say, watching them this year, they were bringing in babies that they were feeding. We're in December. Last month, and that was really late. So the weather was good, and they continued to have babies. So they had quite a few clutches. I'm going to guess they had at least 3. See, it's raining in Sonoma County right now. That's Wine Country Pebbles. Wake. Did I? Oh, okay. So you gave the Pastures a song in there. Okay, Wake. I think I read it that way. All right, Gary, come say goodbye. You're making another coffee?
Yes, I am.
Okay, but I wanted to say goodbye.
I'll just get this going.
Gary's making another coffee. Let's see, Connie, I'm trying lettuce on my windowsill. I'm moving them out today per Robbie. Mine don't look good, but the insides are doing great. But the ones inside, so mine don't look good, but the ones, I think it's the outside are doing great. Here's the problem with a lot of outdoor plants. If you bring an outdoor plant like lettuce in the house that is sensitive to the atmosphere, I think it gets too damp. We are heating our house. The temperature is not that briskness like it is outside, and they'll end up with whitefly, I've noticed, because that's when a plant is ending up with a lot of insects, it's not doing well. That's why the insects move in. It's all part of nature. So I think for lettuce, you would be good if you're freezing, leave it outside during the day if you can move it, and bring it in at night, and then get it back out as quick as you can in a sheltered area or whatever, in the brisk, cool air. Because what I think puts down a lot of our garden plants in the house really is we're just simply damper in the house than we are outside. Though it seems like it's damper outside because of the rain and humidity, it's not. It's a different type of dampness in the house. And then there's spores that the plants don't like that we can deal with, but they can't. But I did find out that mushroom plant loves it in the house, and that was a surprise to me. So I'm going to have to do more research on mushroom plants, see how maybe some of you guys can find it, because I couldn't find it. I don't remember who talked about it. It was either John Kohler or Gardening Australia. One of them talked about it. I found out that CPG had it, and I was too lazy to go take a trip out there to get it. So I went to my local garden center and said I found out that CPG's got it. I think it was CPG. It wasn't this place in San Diego. And I told them, I asked them if they can get me some, and because I knew that they got their plants from them, and they did. They called me, and they had a couple plants, and I went and bought them, and that was years ago, and I still have them from the same one. But that one's doing really well in the house. So the weather in the house, the whole situation in the house doesn't bother them at all. And they're a little leggy, but they're doing really good. Maybe I'll do a quick video on them, but I need to do a little bit more research as to where their natural habitat is.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea.
That's where the mushroom plant comes from?
Yep, that's why
How
they worked their way into Australia.
How do you know this?
How do I know this?
Yeah. You come up with these things. Like, you know everybody's name, and I can't remember anybody's name. You just pop up with these things sometimes. Oh, that's so-and-so in the movie. How do you know that?
Well, I saw it on Gardening Australia.
Oh, it was from Gardening Australia. So it wasn't John Kohler.
Originally, the first time I saw mushroom plant, or mushroom herb as they call it
Yeah,
here,
it's an herb.
was on Gardening Australia. So when I was watching Gardening Australia, I looked it up online to see where it originated from. And it originated from Australia, from New Guinea.
Okay.
And it makes sense to me that my uncle was a bank manager and he spent time in New Guinea. New Guinea was a trust territory before they got their independence of Australia. So Australia was taking care of New Guinea after World War II. Right? So there's a big connection between Australia and New Guinea.
They don't need a history
Right?
lesson here.
And if you had a tiny little boat with an outdoor motor, you could go from Australia to New Guinea. That's how close it is. Right? So there's somehow mushroom plant got into Australia.
How do you get here?
Probably exported from Australia to here.
Okay, so now we can get it here, but not that often. Like, you're not going to find it at Home Depot or Lowe's. I've never seen it there.
It's
Never.
an unusual plant, and it's something that you should do a video on.
Really?
Yes.
I
Yep.
just like it because if I don't have anything in the house, I can chop it up, put it into anything I'm making. It tastes good. I eat the leaves. And now I found out how easy it is to propagate, put it in the right spot. Because I've tried before, and it does propagate, but it's a hit and miss. And now almost every single one I've cut and propagate it in the way I'm doing it now, make it. I have a whole windowsill full of it. I don't even know what to do with it. Okay. Okay, so now Gary gave us a history lesson on that. So Connie's saying everybody, I guess a lot of people are leaving. All right, which is good. Connie's saying everyone have a Merry Christmas. Kate Mack, give the doggies a pat from me. I will, because I got to go feed them. If I let Zoe run around here, she would chase all. She doesn't necessarily chase the birds away. I didn't want her to chase Notch away. He's gone already. But she lays here and she watches him. But I think with the rabbit, that would be a whole different thing. Which maybe next time. Gwen W., I'm the lady. Now bye everyone. Be safe. I'll look up mushroom plant. Yeah, you do that because it's an interesting, beautiful little plant. And I guess I will do something on my windowsill soon. I could go live on that too. I think I've got pretty much everything. And if I missed you, I'm really, really sorry. So, Ocean Bound, Merry Christmas. Okay, if I step out there and say goodbye, I'll chase all the birds away. So, I'll just turn this around real quick. Let's see, I can't see myself. I don't even have any makeup on or anything. I don't know what's going on. So, anyways, I can't even see. There it is. The glare is coming in from the window. I can barely see the camera. So have a wonderful day. So we are here. We were having coffee. I should be using my coffee mug. And this is what we do. We talk about plants, Gary and I. We come here in the morning. We talk about plants. You talk about emptying all the totes that we still have full from fixing the back room. You emptied a few yesterday.
Yeah, we basically just bounce a few things
I
around
do not like cleaning.
and we clear our minds and get organised for whatever we're going to do for our day.
This is probably one of the prettiest spots to sit because I can see the hills. So if we see, like I think I saw a mountain lion once, but I know I see deer periodically. I haven't seen deer for a while. We've seen coyotes, and then we've got the bird garden here, so it's really fun. Anyways, everybody, I'm trying to see where my camera is. This is terrible. I can't see I only see a glare. Everybody have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas. I think we'll come on before Christmas. We might come on for New Year's. Maybe.
Yeah, we might.
We might. So have a wonderful day. Sorry if we bored you with our talk on finches. I get fascinated with that. And I still can't believe the amount of spice finches we have now. And people go, oh, and I don't want anybody trying to trap them because there's a lot of money in there.
Yeah, we might have got a little bit sidetracked on an interest that we have that perhaps a lot of other people may not. So hopefully we didn't bore you too much on that.
And this is how I usually try to answer my questions because it's bigger than trying to touch the phone because I knock people off. So it works better for me to have my pad and you have your phone so you can sit back and scroll. Have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas if we don't see you till then. You'll see us before New Year's. I don't have to do that. And now I'm going to have to turn this around. Anything else?
Yeah, well, everyone have a good day, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to eat what you grow. And if you liked what you hear, give it a thumbs up. And I think that's about it.
YouTube loves you. I know. Anytime I go on to ask them, like, I'm still having problems with my app, and they're trying to fix it. It's like, well, you don't tell people to like and subscribe, and it's like, oh, I hate going through all that. Okay, everybody have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us. And if we bored anybody, sorry, but I thought it would be fun to see Notch in the garden. He's gone. Now we just have some birds. So bye-bye, everybody. Thank you. And if I missed any questions, believe you me, I didn't mean to. Bye-bye.